And back here to the Greensboro Aquatic Center in Greensboro, North Carolina for the 2014 Odac Swimming Championships. And I'm joined by the Aquatic Center manager, Susan Brayman. Talk a little bit. This is a brand new facility. It's about 2.5 years old. What are some of the features that it has?
This is a state-of-the-art facility. We're a climatized indoor facility with over 77,000 square feet. So we've got 3 different bodies of water here, the diving facility, the 50-meter stretch competition pool, which has the 2 bulkheads, so we can adjust to a lot of different competition settings. And then on the opposite end, we can maintain the community recreational swim, learn to swim programs in the 3rd pool.
And what are some of the events that you guys hold here at the Greensboro Aquatic Center?
Well, we're delighted to be the host of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference for our 3rd year and looking forward to 3 more. We also host the ACC swimming and diving. We're looking forward to some NCAA championships on the horizon. We've got the Zone B diving coming up next month. We'll be hosting D1, D2, and D3 swimming and diving national championships over the next few years.
Well, you guys have been a great host. Thank you so much for hosting the Odac.
Thank you. We're happy to have you.
Next up,
coming out in lane number 8 is Guilford College. Kendra Medina, Morgan McKinnon, Francesca Quigley, and Caitlin Young for Guilford. In lane number 7, Bridgewater College, Allie Stewart, Kelly Grove, Emily Townsend, and Carrie Crowther. Lane 6 will be Sweetbriar College. Megan Monahan, Margaret Raymond, Mary McDevitt, and Lydia Fleck. Lane 5 will be WNL, Stephanie Foster, Emma Swab, Caroline Hamp, and Natalie Brenzel. In lane 4, Randolph Macon, Emily Plowman, Anna Obermeyer, Kristen Trexler, and Sierra Collins. In lane 3, Emery and Henry, Liz Levno, Michaela Nolte, Allison Fowler, and Peyton Shirey. In lane 2 will be Greensboro College, Regina Robertson, Lauren Fisher, Marissa Martinez, and Sarah Barton. And in lane number 1, Notre Dame of Maryland University, Jessie Duffy, Emily Jordan, Tawny Savora, and Margaret Peterson. The backstroke will be first. Competitors ready. And away they go in the 400-yard medley relay. First one out is Washington and Lee's Stephanie Foster leading the pack right now. To her inside is Randolph Macon. Emery and Henry making a strong run there. The top 3 right now. Sweetbriar out in lane 6. Sits in 4th. It's WNL first, Emery and Henry 2nd, Randolph Macon 3rd. Back to Sweetbriar, Greensboro, Notre Dame, Bridgewater, and Guilford. Off the turn to finish the first leg. Stephanie Foster with a strong kick. She's going to give her team a length advantage over Emery and Henry, and then the half a length back to Randolph Macon. WNL in the water, a great dive by Emery and Henry's Michaela Nolte. She's already made up a whole lot of ground. Right between them is Obermiller. It's a good battle for first place right now. Looks like Emery and Henry may have the lead over WNL. Randolph Macon sitting in 3rd, Sweetbriar back in 4th, Greensboro and Bridgewater, then back to Guilford. Off of that turn, first is Emery and Henry. WNL is 2nd, Randolph Macon 3rd, Sweetbriar 4th. 5th, Notre Dame. 6th is Greensboro. 7th to Bridgewater. Guilford is in 8th. Michaela Nolte giving her team a length advantage. She has overcome a length. Now in the water for Emery and Henry is Allison Fowler. Fowler trying to continue what her teammates did. Caroline Hemp trying to put a lot of pressure on her.
Come on,
Camp was part of the winning team last year for W&L. And Hamp has made up a whole lot of ground. She's still in second, but she has definitely got a big kick for W&L. Emery and Henry still leading though off the turn. W&L second. Third to Randolph-Macon. That gap has extremely narrowed. Still Emery and Henry off this turn. Sweetbriar back and forth. Camp with a big kick. Neck and neck between her and Fowler. The last leg in the water. Emery and Henry goes in first. They lead. W&L right behind them. Here comes a big kick by Peyton Shirey. Natalie Brenzel there as well. It's going to be a battle between those two to see who gets first. Shirey with a little advantage. Brenzel right there beside her. It's a two-woman race right now. Emery and Henry, W&L. Shirey, Brenzel right beside each other. All the teams are lining the pool, cheering their teams on. W&L off the turn with the lead. It's going to be a horse race to the finish. Brenzel, Shirey. Brenzel. Shirey looks like she may have the kick coming down to the finals. It is Shirey to win, and Emery and Henry gets the win. W&L will finish second. They are separated by 0.3 of a second. Randolph-Macon finishes third. Fourth will be Sweetbriar. Coming in right now for Sweetbriar is Lydia Fleck. So fourth to Sweetbriar, fifth to Greensboro. Peterson finishing up for Greensboro. Sixth right now is Bridgewater. Seventh is Notre Dame. And eighth will be Guilford. So W&L won this last year, but Emery and Henry had the best team coming into this matchup. And Emery and Henry with a late kick for Peyton Shirey to get the victory for the Wasps. W&L will finish second, and Macon finishes third. Finishing up right now is Caitlin Young for Guilford. Guilford will finish eighth. That time, 3:55.78, which is a brand new meet and Odac record. So congratulations to Cleveno, Nolte, Fowler, and Shirey for a brand new record. In lane number one, a junior from Washington and Lee, who is the top returning finisher from last year in this event, Sydney Gay. In lane two for Sweetbriar, a freshman, Molly Smith. Lane number three from Emery and Henry, a sophomore, Taylor Guadalupe. And lane number four, another first year from Washington and Lee, Elizabeth Holmes, who had the best time off the prelims. Monica Flocken had the second best time from Washington and Lee, another first year. Liz Platt, a sophomore from W&L, is in lane number six. In lane number seven will be Sweetbriar's Megan Monahan. And in lane number eight is Randolph-Macon's Emily Maltby. The record time in this event is 5:09 here at this meet, 5:09.25. That was set back in 1999. A 5:03 is the B standard as they are on their way in the finals of the 500 free. Pretty evenly coming across the first turn. It's like the pair of generals in the middle of the pool with the lead. Holmes and Flocken with Guadalupe to their inside. Those three starting to separate themselves just a little bit. And back out to Liz Platt, who is in lane number 6. Making their second trip back down. Leading the way is Elizabeth Holmes, the first year for W&L. She'll make the turn first. Flocken is second. Third is Guadalupe. Fourth to Sydney Gay. Fifth is Platt. Sixth, Monahan. Seventh, Smith. And Maltby right now is in 8th. She is in the far lane. But it's Holmes leading the way. Elizabeth Holmes had a 5:12.21. She's got a lot of pressure on her from either side. And Monica Flocken and Taylor Guadalupe. Sydney Gay still in 4th. 5th is Monahan, 6th Platt, 7th Smith, and Maltby is currently in 8th. A strong push from the first year Holmes. Holmes has a length advantage. It's very tight for second right now between Guadalupe and Flocken. Off the turn, Guadalupe has actually taken second. So right now, W&L's got the first spot and the third spot with a wasp in between them. 4th is Monahan, 5th is Gay. 6th to Platt, 7th to Smith, 8th to Maltby. But right now, it's Elizabeth Holmes who has this race in hand as she hits the halfway marker. At the halfway point, she's at 2:30.45. Guadalupe right behind her. 0.08 of a second between Flocken and Guadalupe. Right now it's Holmes, still in control. Out to a 2.5 length advantage. Now to her inside, starting to hold on to that second position is Guadalupe. Guadalupe really opened herself up in second. And then Monica Flocken, another first year from W&L, is in 3rd. 4th is Monahan, 5th Gay, 6th Platt, 7th Smith, and Maltby is currently in 8th. Well, right now it's Elizabeth Holmes. 31.9 on that last split. She is picking up the pace. Guadalupe right behind her, and Flocken, another general behind them. 3/4 of the way done with the A final of the 500-yard freestyle. The winner will go home with 20 points. And right now, it's looking like Elizabeth Holmes. 31.9 again, so she's equaled her pace as she did on the last trip. Holmes still in the lead. Guadalupe right behind her. Flocken, Monahan, Gay, Platt, Smith, and Maltby. Final lap for Elizabeth Holmes. Picked up her pace even more, 31.87 on that last one. And she's heading home out for this last turn. Holmes, Guadalupe, and then Flocken right behind her, but here comes Elizabeth Holmes, the first year. She's about to win her first ever conference win. Now it's just a matter of what the time is going to be. Up on the board it says 58.49, which if that holds will be a new meet record. Right behind her, Guadalupe. Flocken finishes 3rd, Monahan 4th, Sydney Gay 5th, 6th is Plott, 7th to Smith, and 8 will be Maltby from Randolph-Macon.
And I'm here with Peyton Shirey, who just won her heat in the 500-yard prelim. And did you know that it was a record? You actually beat your record from last year.
Yes, I did. Immediately when I saw the time, I knew I had broken my personal record and the record here, and it was just amazing. I couldn't believe it.
So you won this event last year. Do you feel like you kind of have not really a target on your back, but a little bit added stress coming into this of knowing that you're trying to repeat your championship from last year?
A little bit of stress, but I kind of use it as more of a motivation because I have my team, behind me, wanting me to win and also pushing me. And but not only that, just using that as a motivation to do better and to excel for my team.
Since you did break that record, and you're the only person to ever go under 24 seconds, what was it like out there in the water today when you were just swimming your 50 yards?
Usually I do better in finals, so breaking 24 in prelims is a huge step for me. It's a huge confidence boost, and I'm looking forward to seeing what I do tonight.
And what's your schedule look like between now and then?
Sleep.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
You can see the teams coming out right now on the far side. Comes out first with lane number 8. So on the far side will be Hollins University in lane 7. Actually, I'll go the other way because they're coming out in that order. In lane number 1 will be Notre Dame of Maryland University. Sweetbriar College in lane 2. Randolph-Macon College in lane 3. Emory and Henry in lane 4. Washington and Lee in lane 5. Bridgewater lane 6. Greensboro College in lane 7. And Hollins will be in the far lane in lane number 8. Keep your eye on lane number 4. Peyton Shirey, Taylor Guadalabini, Jessica Richardson, and Michaela Nolte are the number 13 team in the nation. They have already set the conference record at 136.96. That's close to the B standard. Teams are ready for a start. And away they go. In the 200-yard freestyle. Coming out quickly is Emory and Henry. To their outside, Washington and Lee. Randolph-Macon to the near side as they make the turn. Peyton Shirey lead the way. Sierra Collins for Randolph-Macon there as well. Emily Rollo also making a nice run is Sweetbriar with the pink cap on. Emory and Henry takes off first. Washington and Lee right to their outside. They're kind of bunched up for third right now. Greensboro College also making a really nice run. Greensboro College in lane number 7. However, Washington and Lee has overtaken second place. Emory and Henry still in the lead. Looking for first place in the 200-yard freestyle relay. Now in the water is Jessica Richardson for Emory and Henry. Rachel Lee for Randolph-Macon. And Sarah Schaefer, part of the team that won last year for Washington and Lee. Looking for the last leg. Emory and Henry with a half a length advantage. Last swimmer in the water is Michaela Nolte, a freshman. Meredith Hardy right outside of her. It's going to be a sprint to the finish. It's Emory and Henry still in the lead. Washington and Lee right to the outside. Michaela Nolte trying to keep that length or half a length advantage, and it looks like she's going to hold on as Washington and Lee will come into second. Randolph-Macon third. And back to fourth will be Greensboro, Bridgewater. In fifth, sixth is Sweetbriar. Seventh will be Hollins, and rounding out the field is Notre Dame. The time, officially 136.5, a new record. Lane number 1 will be Meredith Murphy for W&L. She was 5th last year, just a sophomore. Lane number 2 is Lauren Kassoff, a senior for W&L, was 4th in this event. Allison Fowler had the top qualifier going into the prelims. She's a freshman for Emory and Henry. Lane 4 will be Emma Swab, who won the event last year, a sophomore for W&L. Emily Rollo, another W&L, is in lane 5. She's a first year, first in her prelim. Stephanie Foster in lane 6, a sophomore for W&L, 6th in this event last year. Haley Raitman is in lane 7 for W&L, another first year. And in lane 8 is Sierra Collins for Macon. Swimmers have taken their marks. And away they go in the 200-yard IM final. Starting with the butterfly. Fowler comes out very quickly. Emma Swab as well in lane 3 and 4. Also with a nice pace is Stephanie Foster. Right now it's Foster and Fowler, the top 2 off the butterfly. Now into the backstroke. Foster with the lead, Fowler, then Kassoff, back to Swab. Then Rollo, Raidman, Murphy, and Collins. They make the turn for the backstroke. Still leading the way is Foster and Fowler. Foster, Fowler, also with a nice kick is Kassoff. Lauren Kassoff in lane number 2 has made up some ground as they head into the breaststroke. Coming off the wall, the first one up is on the far side, and Stephanie Foster. Kassoff doing an excellent job as well. Also Fowler and Swab and Rollo starting to make a bid for the top spot as they come off the wall. Starting to bunch up in the front now. It's anybody's race at this point. Foster with the lead. Swab is right there as well. Rollo in between them. And then to the near side to Kassoff as they make the turn for the freestyle.
With Emma Swab, who just won the 200-yard IM, or the prelim for the, so you'll be heading into tonight's competition as the top seed. You won this event last year. What was your planning coming into today?
Well, I think just to have a good morning swim, not necessarily a best time, not necessarily, a meet record. We're just looking for good, solid swims to get in the top 8 back at finals. And my prelim time was actually a little unexpected, a little quicker than I was last year. So I'm excited to see what I can do tonight.
And since you did win this event last year, is there an added bit of nerves that go into it since you know that you're the reigning champion of this event?
I think that there's a little bit more expectation than, the freshmen coming in or the upperclassmen who it's not their main event, but I would say that this is my main event. So there's always a little bit of inward pressure for myself, but also externally. But this year, really, we have such a strong lineup of IMers on our team that I know that even if I can't go my best time tonight, that there will be other girls to back me up in that. So.
What does your schedule look like from now to then?
From now till then, it's going to be more warm down, some sleep, some food, some relaxation, maybe a little homework, but some reading.
Well, congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's Emma Swab.
Go through the lane assignments. In lane number 1 will be Natalie Brinsell, first year out of Washington and Lee. Jessica Richardson for Emory and Henry, another freshman in lane number 2. Michaela Nolte from Emory and Henry, a freshman in lane number 3. Keep your eye on lane number 4 is Peyton Shirey. She won this event last year. She had the top time, which actually broke the meet record in lane 4. She's from Emory and Henry. Lane 5 will be Emily Plowman, the 3rd fastest top time coming into the prelims. Meredith Hardy for W&L, a senior, was 4th last year. She's in lane 6. Lane 7, Carrie Crowther for Bridgewater was 5th last year, holds 21 records at Bridgewater. And in lane 8 is Regina Robertson for Greensboro. Again, watch lane 5 and lane 4. 4 in the yellow cap is Shirey. The first one up, though, is Plowman. Plowman for Randolph-Macon. First one off the turn. Right behind her is Shiree. We'll see who's got the biggest kick here at the end. Shiree trying to make a move, but it looks like Plowman's got the lead. Plowman, and then to her outside, Hardy coming down to the finish. It's going to be Plowman who gets the upset, 23.98. The second woman to ever go under the 20-second mark. Meredith Hardy is going to finish third. So a shocker in the 50-yard free as Emily Plowman is the second woman in Odac history to break the 24-second mark.
And we're back here to the Greensboro Aquatic Center, and I'm joined now by Emily Plowman, who just became the second woman ever to swim under the 24 seconds at the 50-yard. Tell us about that race.
It was really mental, and I had some great competitors in there, and they pushed me and made me be able to do that. So.
And you're just a freshman. How big is this to win in your first ever final?
It's amazing. I can't even comprehend that it's actually happened.
So talk us through that last kick, that last time down the pool. What were you thinking?
It felt like it hurt, and I was like, that means it's going well, so keep going.
Well, congratulations on the win and being the second woman ever to go under 24 seconds. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now to bring up our finals in heat number 2 as the teams come out onto the starting blocks. In lane 1 will be Notre Dame of Maryland University. Lane 2 is Bridgewater College. Lane 3, Washington and Lee University. Lane 4, Emory and Henry. Lane 5, Randolph-Macon. In lane 6 will be Sweetbriar. Lane 7, Greensboro. And in lane 8 is Guilford. Top time in the prelims was Emory and Henry's 155.82. Next up after that 155.82, close second was Randolph-Macon College with a 156.22. And then after that was the 159.31 for W&L. Last year it was W&L who won this competition. And W&L will bring out almost the same exact team of Foster, Schaefer, Hamp. And they will have Hardy swimming the last leg. Last year it was Izzy Brassfield who swam the last leg. They're in the water. And away they go in the 200 medley. First out of the water is Washington and Lee in lane number 3. Emory and Henry right behind them as they make the turn. It's Foster for Washington and Lee with the lead. Richardson making a run as well on the far outside. Randolph-Macon. Leg number 2, Michaela Nolte in for Emory and Henry. Sarah Schaefer, Emily Townsend for Bridgewater. Schaefer for W&L. Schaefer, the sophomore, off the turn. Trying to hold on to that lead for her team. She's getting a lot of pressure from her outside from Michaela Nolte. Those two have separated themselves from the pack. Now in for W&L is Caroline Hamp. For Emory, Taylor Guadalavini. On the butterfly, it's Hamp leading. Guadalavini trying to catch up with her in the yellow cap. Right now it's W&L with the lead. Back to third is Randolph-Macon. Last leg now in the pool. For W&L, it's Meredith Hardy. Peyton Shiree trying to play catch up, but she's got a long way to go and not much time to do it. Off the turn, it's Hardy with the lead. And W&L is going to hold on unless a huge kick from Shiree, but I don't see it coming. As W&L's Meredith Hardy comes in right before Peyton Shirey. Randolph Bacon will finish third. Now fourth is Sweetbriar's Molly Smith. Fifth will be Bridgewater. Sixth going to Greensboro. Seventh right now is close, but Notre Dame looks like will come in seventh. And eighth is Guilford. A time of 146.24. 146.24, which is a new record.
Back here to the Greensboro Aquatic Center, where we are here with the winner of the last race. Swam the last leg for W&L, Meredith Hardy. Talk us through that last race.
Well, it's a 200 medley. It's short, it's quick, it's everything you could want, and it's so much fun to be on that relay. I've been fortunate to swim with those girls all year on that relay, so to cap it off with not only a championship and a record, but an NCAA provisional cut it's phenomenal. I'm mind blown right now. Like
you just said, you got the B cut, you got the record as well, but you're also a senior and you swam the last leg of the race. What was it like that last leg when you knew all of the championship was on the line and you were the last person that they turned to?
Well, I had a slow as mud relay start because I didn't want to get disqualified. But other than that, you hit the water, you're off, you're going. Just trying to do it all right and get your hand on the wall first for the team.
And your team, as you talk about the team coming into today, you guys had a pretty sizable lead. Champions last year as well. What's kind of been the mentality of the team so far this year?
Our mentality, along with the men's team, has been we are one. We are one family. Every hard practice, every morning, every session in the weight room, we're together, we're getting it done. And really, it's because of each other that we're succeeding what we're doing right now.
And being a senior, this is your last championship, but you know you're going to have a championship under your belt. What does it mean to you personally?
I can't believe it. I've seen the program grow and develop over the past 4 years. It's an honor to be a part of it, and I'm honestly flabbergasted that it's been 4 years already, and wow, that's all I can say.
Well, congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
It's coming out. We'll give you the lane assignments. In lane 1 will be Nicole Powell of Emory and Henry. Lane 2 is Liz Cleveno for Emory and Henry. Lane 3, Lauren Kasoff for W&L. Lane 4, Allison Fowler for Emory and Henry. Lane 5, Haley Raidman for W&L. Lane 6, Emma Swab for W&L. Lane 7, Jordan McConnell of Randolph-Macon. And in lane 6 is Allie Stewart of Bridgewater. Top time coming into this final was Allison Fowler, the freshman from Emory and Henry. She was part of the Odac record-setting 200 relay out of Morristown, Tennessee. Right behind her was Haley Raidman from Folsom, California. And Lauren Kasoff had the third best time, an Owensville, Maryland native. Those are the three to keep an eye on. Also, could get into the mix. In lane 6 is Emma Swab. She won this event last year. And away they go in the A final of the 400 IM. Quickly out to a lead is Fowler. Fowler with the lead off of the first turn. Right behind her is Kasoff and Raidman. Swab there as well. Levino making a push early in lane number 2 with the yellow cap on. But right now leading the way is Allison Fowler at the top time coming into this. Fowler with just a narrow advantage over Liz Cleveno. Cleveno just a freshman, as well as Fowler, both freshmen. Fowler leading. Cleveno has backed off just a little bit. On the outside of Fowler is Raidman. Raidman is a close second. Swab there as well as Kasoff. Coming off of that turn, it's Fowler first, Raidman second, Kasoff third, Cleveno fourth, Powell's fifth, McConnell sixth, seventh is Swab, and eighth is Stewart. And we still have a long way to go here in the 400-yard IM. Onto the backstroke. Fowler starting to give herself a little bit more breathing room in the backstroke. Her specialty is that free, which will be the last of this IM. She can build up a big lead. That free, she may just take off. Fowler still leading. Kasoff right behind her. Cleveno in third. Raidman fourth. Fifth is Powell. Sixth to Swab. Seventh to McConnell. And Stewart currently is in eighth. Record time in this event is 4:37.89, set back in 2005. Fowler still leading. Comes off the turn, still in first. Kasoff right beside her. There's a great view underwater of how long they stay under. Very deep for Cleveno. Into the breaststroke. Fowler still leading. Kasoff right behind her. Cleveno is back in third. Raidman fourth. Swab fifth. Then Powell, McConnell, and Stewart. But it's the freshman Fowler who is still leading just by a length. Again, the free is her biggest kick. Comes off, pushes off. Stays underwater, now comes back up. It's still Fowler leading, Kasoff right behind her. Cleveno making a strong run in the yellow cap in lane number 2. And it's back a little ways to Raidman, Swab, McConnell, Powell, and Stewart. Right now it looks like a 3-woman race, and it's Fowler with the lead, but Kasoff making a run right beside her. Kasoff the senior, Fowler is the freshman. Those two battling it out. Cleveno right behind them. Coming off that turn, now moving into the free. This is where they will kick it into the next gear. Fowler leading Kasoff. Cleveno back in third. Fourth to Swab, Raidman, then McConnell, and Powell and Stewart. Off that turn. Fowler trying to open up a little bit of room on her opponent. Kasoff. They're stretching themselves out a little bit from Cleveno. They've got one more. Fowler still leading over Kasoff. Emory and Henry versus W&L. They're stretching themselves out from the rest of the group. It's Fowler and Kasoff. It's a 2-woman race. Fowler kicking as hard as she can. Kasoff is starting to drop back a little bit. It looks like Fowler has got the lead. She's leading by over a length and a half. Now it's about the time. She goes into the wall. 433.74. 433.74. That shatters the record by over 4 seconds. A great effort by Kasoff at 436.0.
And back here to the Greensboro Aquatic Center, where we are standing by with Allison Fowler, a freshman for Emory and Henry. And not only did you break a record this morning, then you broke it again. Just talk us through the 400 IM that you raced in earlier.
For prelims, I just went out strong because I just wanted to make finals, and then tonight I just decided to try to race. So I didn't do that well.
Well, just talk us through that last race. You knew that you had the best time going into it and that you were the favorite. Does that add any more pressure to you when you're going out for that final?
I don't think it really did. I just have fun, really. If anything, it kind of took some pressure off.
Well, did you have fun out there?
Afterwards.
So what was it like going through the race?
By breaststroke, I thought I was going to die a little bit. Then I kind of just our coach is always saying tie it to the team, so that's what I did and finished 5th.
Well, congratulations. You got the B cut as well, so there's the chance to go into NCAAs. Congratulations. What does this mean as a freshman to do this? Were the jitters a little bit more than normal?
Not really. It was just like a normal meet, I guess.
Well, congratulations. Good luck in the rest of the week. And that's Allison Fowler of Emory and Henry. I'm joined now by Lauren Kasoff, who finished 2nd in the 400 IM. Just talk us through that race that you finished.
It was a very grueling race with a lot of competition. The fly, the back, and the breast, and the freestyle was just, you got to push through it, all of them.
And this isn't your first Odac finals, your first Odac championship. You've been here a couple of years. Does it get any easier the more and more years you do it?
For me, no, because I'm always so nervous and anxious. It's just like learning how to stay calm, and this year was the first year that I finally learned how to do that.
And does that add an extra element to it that now you're one of the upperclassmen having to kind of mentor some of the younger swimmers?
I hope that it just shows to be a role model for the rest of my team because they just taught me so much throughout the year too.
And how are you feeling about your team so far?
I'm amazed by them. I couldn't have asked for a better team to come into this with or to end my last swimming career with.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now we'll move on to the A final. Lane 1 will be Peyton Shirey. Lane 2, Taylor Guadalabini. Finished 4th last year out of Emory and Henry. Both Shirey and Guadalabini out of Emory and Henry. Kristen Trexler for Randolph-Macon is in Lane 3. Caroline Hemp, who set the record and got a B cut in the prelims for WNL, a junior, is in lane number 4. Marissa Martinez for Greensboro, who had the top time coming into the prelims, is in lane number 5. Meredith Murphy for WNL finished 2nd last year. A sophomore is in lane 6. Rachel Baker for WNL had the 8th top time, is in lane number 7. And in lane 8 is Mary McDivitt from Sweetbriar, a first year. So Hamp and Martinez are the two to keep an eye on. As you see the competitors in that shot, all the way on the far end is McDivitt. Ready for a start of the 100-yard butterfly A final. Championship on the line as the competitors leave the blocks. First one out of the water is Guadalabini for Emory and Henry. Peyton Shirey also with a great kick to start off. Off of that first turn, it's really tight to call. Caroline Hamp has the lead though coming out of the water. Martinez to her outside, and to her inside is Kristen Trexler. Those three are leading the way. Caroline Hemp with the lead, then to Martinez. Trexler is 3rd. 4th is Shirey, Guadalabini, Murphy, Baker, and McDivitt. But Hamp trying to win this one for the 3rd time in a row. She got the B cut in the prelims. She's got about a length advantage over Martinez. Trexler's there as well, but Hamp definitely going to win this one. It's going to be a close battle for 2nd between Trexler and Martinez. Hamp coming up with the win. Martinez finishes 2nd, and Trexler finishing 3rd, 57.64. So a new record for Caroline Hamp. She broke her own record. And we are back here with Caroline Hamp of WNL, a junior who won the 100 fly earlier. Now, it was in very dramatic fashion. You actually got the B cut and the record, meet record and the Odac record in the prelims, and then you broke them all again in the finals. Just talk us through that final run.
Well, this morning I was super nervous, and I just wanted to get out the nerves, so I decided to go out fast right away, hoping that, you know, it kind of ease the nerves, get some adrenaline out of the way. But tonight I was just super confident and ready to go, and it panned out really well, I'd say.
And this isn't the first time you've won this event. Is that something, is that an added pressure that you had going into it, knowing that you are the reigning champion?
Yeah, I do not like going into the event being seated first, and I've won it the last 2 years as well, and it's definitely an added pressure. I put a lot on myself, and I expect myself to keep winning, and that it's hard. I mean, but it's worth it because you get in there and you get the job done, and it's great.
And you definitely got the job done today twice, actually, and your team's doing extremely well as well. And you're one of the upperclassmen. What has been kind of the mentality? What have you been telling the rest of the team to really just kind of get them fired up into the second day, now leading into the last day tomorrow?
Team first, and we've always had this motto: we want to out-team the other teams. And basically that just means cheering our hearts out all the time and supporting one another all the time. And we've definitely encompassed that this year. I have never had a better team. They're incredible. We have these great captains. They're so solid. And we've got great freshmen. Just the stars aligned. Great coach. Everybody is here for a reason. And we came together and we're doing awesome things. And it's just as exciting for me to watch Steph break records as it is when I get my records. You know, it's just this great team balance, and we're all super excited for each other.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And that is going to do us for us here in day 2 from the Greensboro Aquatic Center. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the prelims in day 3. So for everyone, I'm Jacob Johnston, joined by Caroline Hamp, who will be my co-star tomorrow, correct?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm actually trying to be a journalist in the future, so.
Look for that face in the future.
Meredith Hardy won this event last year. At the second best time. Abigail Stearns in lane 1 for W&L. First year. Monica Flocken in lane 2 for W&L, another first year. Carrie Crowther, the decorated senior from Bridgewater, in lane number 3. Elizabeth Holmes, who had the top time, a first year for W&L in lane 4. Meredith Hardy, who just won a championship a little bit earlier in the relay, is in lane 5. Natalie Brenzel in lane 6 for W&L in first year. Sierra Collins for Randolph-Macon in lane 7. And on the far side, Samantha Brown, sophomore from Emory and Henry. They are ready for a start. And away they go in the A final of the 200-yard freestyle. Holmes was the big finisher in the prelim. She's in lane 4. Hardy just to her outside from W&L. First year versus a senior. Hardy won this event last year. Right now it is Hardy with the lead, trying to win 2 in a row. She's the first one off the turn. Brensel's in second, Holmes is in third, Crowther in fourth, fifth going to Collins, sixth is Flocken, then Stearns, and then Brown trailing the field right now. Still got a ways to go. But it's Meredith Hardy who's still leading the way over her teammate, Elizabeth Holmes and Brensel, who are both, all three are W&L. Halfway. Hardy still leading. Brensel right behind her. Holmes, Crowther, Flocken, Collins, Stearns, and Brown. Hardy, the senior, trying to hold on against two of her teammates who are right beside her. She's got a half a length advantage over Brensel. Holmes to her near side. One more lap to go. Hardy leading. Holmes now trying to make a run. She's in second right now. Now with a good run is Carrie Crowther as well. Brensel amongst those top competitors. But right now it's Meredith Hardy trying to defend her title from last year. Elizabeth Holmes trying to play catch up, but she might just be too far behind. In lane number 5, it's Meredith Hardy trying to hold on, and she will win this one. 154.28 for Meredith Hardy. Hardy wins it. Holmes finishes a close second with a 155.36. Crowther finishing third. Then back to Brensel in fourth. Fifth will be Flocken. Sixth to Collins. Stearns finishes seventh. And Brown coming in eighth. 154.28 for Meredith Hardy. Mary Gabe for Washington and Lee in lane 1, fourth last year. Mary McDivitt in lane number 2 for Sweetbriar. Jillian Lee in lane number 3, W&L. First year. Michaela Nolte, the top qualifier for Emory and Henry, the freshman, in lane number 4. Liz Cleveno, pardon me, freshman of Emory and Henry. Sarah Schaefer in lane 6 of W&L, a sophomore from Wheaton, Illinois. Anna Obermiller, 7th in this event last year for Randolph-Macon, a senior in lane 7. And Leah Chatnick, a freshman for Randolph-Macon in lane number 8. So Nolte in lane 4, she's got the black cap with the E and H on the side of it. Cleveno to her outside, away they go in the 100-yard breaststroke. Nolte is the first one out of the water. Right behind her is Jillian Lee, another first year out of W&L. Coming off that first turn, it's Nolte, just where we thought she was going to be. Leading the pack, Cleveno out there as well. Schaefer looking pretty good. Those are your top 3. Nolte leading the way. Cleveno right behind her. Schaefer's in second now. Cleveno in third. 4th is Lee. 5th is Obermiller. 6th, Gabe. 7th is McDivitt. And Chatnick is in 8th. But it's Nolte who is separating herself from the pack. Emory and Henry trying to go 1-2 in this event. Nolte, Cleveno, the top 2. Cleveno trying to catch her teammate. Don't know if she's going to be able to as Nolte has taken flight. Michaela Nolte broke the record earlier today. A 105.49 for Nolte. Cleveno finishes second. Emory and Henry goes 1 and 2. Schaefer, W&L, finishes third. Jillian Lee finishes 4th for W&L. 5th will be Obermiller. 6th is McDivitt. Mary Gabe finishing 7th. And Chatnick finishing 8th. 105.49. So Nolte breaks her record.
Aquatic Center. I am standing by with Michaela Nolte, who just got an award for the 100-yard breaststroke. Congratulations. Not only did you break the record, but you broke your own record that you set earlier this morning. Just talk us through that race.
Well, I decided to go out as fast as I could and try to hold on to it and just follow what my coach said, and it worked out, I guess.
And what was the prep going into that race?
Pretty much just to have fun and go out, just race and see what happens. Pretty much just to have fun and score points for the team. Definitely.
Are you having fun so far? This is your first ever Odac championship. Are you having fun so far?
I'm having a lot of fun. It's definitely a good experience, and one more day left, and I'm so excited.
And very excited because you also made that B cut as well, so there's that chance at the NCAAs.
Yeah, it was definitely surprised. It's definitely surprising, but it was good. I liked it. It was very good.
Well, congratulations on your first win here at the collegiate level. This is Michaela Nolte, who just won the 100-yard breaststroke.
Lane 1, Rachel Baker, first year of W&L, 101.38. Caroline Hamp, a junior for W&L, out of Avon Lake, Ohio, in lane 2. Emily Rollo, first year for W&L, in lane 3. Stephanie Foster broke the Odac record earlier today from Columbia, Maryland, a sophomore for W&L at the B cut. Won this event last year in lane 4. Jessica Richardson, a freshman for Emory and Henry, in lane 5. Lane 6 is Emily Plowman of Chesapeake, Virginia, won the 50 free. Abigail Stearns, born in Belgium, in lane 7 for W&L, first year. And Megan Monahan of Sweetbriar in the pink cap in lane number 8. Foster in lane 4. One of the ones to keep an eye on. Richardson in lane 5 as well. Both breaking the 1 minute mark. And away they go in the 100-yard back stroke. Foster, the first one coming out of the water. She makes the turn ahead. Foster in lane 4. She stays in the water for almost half the pool off of that turn. Richardson right behind her. Emily Rollo can vie for second as well. Foster with a big lead. Richardson right behind her. Rollo close behind. Caroline Hamp is in fourth. Fifth to Plowman. Sixth going all the way to Monahan. Seventh to Baker and eighth to Stern. But right now it's Stephanie Foster. Broke the Odac record earlier today. She stays under the water for a long time, and she's got a length advantage over her nearest competition. Foster is running away with this one. She won last year, looking to go back-to-back in the backstroke, and she does in a 58.16. Foster finishes first. W&L has 1, 2, and 5 in this one as Foster finishes first. Rollo second. Third is Plowman. Back to fourth is Richardson. And then fifth is Caroline Hamp. Sixth to Monahan. Seventh to Stearns. And eighth to Baker. 800 freestyle relay finals. Top time coming into this finals was W&L, 7:54.11. In lane 2, Bridgewater College, Gabby Harbor, Michelle Karen, Josie Hawkins, and Abby Young. In lane 3, Randolph-Macon College, Lee, Maltby, McNeil, and Collins. W&L in lane 4, Hardy, Rollo, Kasoff, and Holmes. Emory and Henry in lane 5, Richardson, Cleveno, Guadalavini, and Fowler. Lane 6, Greensboro College, Robertson, Martinez, Guard, and Zentz. And Sweetbriar in lane number 7, Monahan, Smith, Fleck, and Raymond. This one looks to shape up to be a 2-horse race. W&L in lane 4, Emory and Henry in lane 5. Ready for a start. And away they go. The first one in the water was W&L's Meredith Hardy, the senior captain. She hits the wall first. Right behind her, as we thought, was Emory and Henry's Jessica Richardson, the freshman. Now Richardson trying to gain that lead. On the far outside is Sweetbriar College, Megan Monahan. Off the wall, it's W&L first, Emory and Henry second, Sweetbriar third, Greensboro, Randolph-Macon, and Bridgewater. W&L trying to build up a big lead. Emory and Henry right behind them. And then Sweetbriar on the far outside. Greensboro College, back to Randolph-Macon, and then Bridgewater. Meredith Hardy trying to set a good pace for her W&L team. So is Jessica Richardson trying to keep him very close. Had the top 2 times coming into this final. Right now it's a pretty good advantage though for Hardy over Richardson. Back in third, we have to go all the way across the pool to Megan Monahan. Emory and Henry second, W&L first. Sweetbriar third, fourth to Randolph-Macon, Greensboro, and then Bridgewater in sixth. Emory and Henry starting to fall back just a little bit. Meredith Hardy setting a nice brisk pace. Emily Rollo, first year in the water. For Emory and Henry, Liz Cleveno in the water. She's got some room to make up, but she's definitely got the kick to do it. Sweetbriar still in third, fourth to Randolph-Macon, fifth to Greensboro, and sixth to Bridgewater. Rollo, the first year, trying to hold off another freshman in Cleveno. Cleveno making the turn. 5-second lead for Washington and Lee over Emory and Henry. Then another 4 seconds back to Sweetbriar. Greensboro College is vying for that third position. They're making a run as well. They're only 1 second behind Sweetbriar. But right now it is Washington and Lee. Meredith Hardy set a great pace. Emily Rollo maintaining it so far. Liz Clevenow trying to play catch up for Emory and Henry. Greensboro's moved into third. Fourth goes to Sweetbriar. Then back to Randolph-Macon and Bridgewater in sixth currently. Rollo still rolling for Washington and Lee. She has now opened up a 7-second lead over Clevenow. Back in third is Greensboro, then Sweetbriar, Randolph-Macon, and Bridgewater. But now everyone trying to catch W&L as Lauren Kasoff into the water. It'll be Taylor Guadalupe trying to do what she can for Emory and Henry. She's got to do a lot. That lead out to 8 seconds now. Third, Sweetbriar. Greensboro's back and forth now. Randolph-Macon in fifth, Bridgewater in sixth. Kasoff. Emory and Henry still trying to play catch up. Kasoff still leading for Washington and Lee. Guadalupe right behind her, then all the way to the far side of the pool. Lydia Fleck took off for Molly Smith. And then back to Greensboro's Erin Gard. Mae McNeil for Randolph-Macon and Josie Hawkins for Bridgewater. Washington and Lee still in first. Emory and Henry second. Sweetbriar in third. Greensboro, Randolph-Macon, and Bridgewater. Kasoff, a senior for W&L. Guadalupe. It is now a 13-second lead for W&L. This is going to be tough to make up. W&L set the record back in 2012. They won this event last year. Going away, Hardy, Kasoff, both a part of that winning team. Last leg in, Elizabeth Holmes for Washington and Lee. Allison Fowler taking off for Emory and Henry. Third is Greensboro, Sweetbriar in fourth, Randolph-Macon in fifth, and Bridgewater is in sixth. But they're all chasing Washington and Lee, and that may be the story for the rest of this 800-yard freestyle relay. As Elizabeth Holmes, the first year for W&L, is just picking up where her teammates left off. She is rolling. W&L still first. Emory and Henry still second. They trail now by 15 seconds. So a huge lead for W&L, who's just picking up the pace. Elizabeth Holmes pushing so hard right now. Emory and Henry second. Sweetbriar third. Greensboro fourth. Randolph-Macon is fifth. Bridgewater sixth.
All of the teams are lining the pool, the fans on their feet. A lot of WNL fans are here watching. Holmes powering to the finish line. She pushes all the way in lane 4, hits at 7:44.73, which is a new meet and Odac record, crushing the record set 2 years ago. Top qualifying time was Emily Rollo, the first year from Washington and Lee. Lane number 1, Abigail Stearns, a first year from Washington and Lee. Lane 2, Liz Cleveno of Emory and Henry. Lane 3, Stephanie Foster from Washington and Lee. Lane 4, the top qualifier, Emily Rollo, first year from Washington and Lee. Lane 5, Megan Monahan, first year from Sweetbriar. Lane 6 is Caroline Hamp, a junior from Washington and Lee. 7 is Jordan Greenberg, a freshman for Emory and Henry. And on the far side of the pool, lane number 8 from Washington and Lee, a first year, Rachel Baker. Emily Rollo in lane 4 at the top qualifying time. Foster in lane 3 won this event last year. Hamp finished second. First one out of the water is Foster, the winner last year, getting a very quick start in lane number 3 as she makes the turn, the first one off the wall. Foster leading the way, then back out to lane 5 and Monahan. Between them is Emily Rollo. Foster still leading, Monahan second, Rollo third, Hamp is in fourth, fifth to Stearns, then Cleveno, Greenberg, and Baker. Closing in on the halfway point. It's very tight for first right now, the 3 in the middle of the pool. All lumped up, Monahan has the lead. Rollo and Foster right behind her. It is Monahan first, Foster second. Rollo in third, Hamp fourth, then back to Greenberg, Cleveno, Stearns, and Baker. Over halfway there, Monahan stretching out her lead. She leads by a length. In the pink cap in lane number 5. Her team cheering her on from the other side of the pool. Foster currently in second. She's got a neck advantage over her teammate, Emily Rollo. Foster won this event last year, trying to repeat. She's making up some ground. Monahan, however, still leading. Then Foster, Rollo, Hamp, Cleveno, Greenberg, Stearns, and Baker. But Monahan took over the lead after the first lap. She's kept it. Now she's got a length advantage. Foster trying to play catch up. The length behind her is Emily Rollo. She cannot. And Monahan will win in a 2:05.07. Then back to Foster second, Rollo finishing third. Fourth to Hamp, fifth to Cleveno, sixth is Greenberg, seventh Stearns, and Baker finishing eighth, 2:05.07, which is a new meet record. So congratulations to Megan Monahan. Starting off with lane number 1, that'll be Jordan McConnell, a junior from Randolph-Macon. In lane 2 is Erin Gard, a sophomore from Greensboro. Lane number 3 is Molly Smith, the first year from Sweetbriar. Lane 4, Elizabeth Holmes, first year out of Washington and Lee. Lane 5, Sydney Gay, a junior from Washington and Lee. Lane 6 is Liz Platt, sophomore from Washington and Lee. Lane 7, Taylor Guadalupe, a sophomore from Emory and Henry. And in lane number 8, Jesse Duffy of Notre Dame, a junior. Top time coming into today was Elizabeth Holmes, first year. Gay with the second best time, ready for the start. And we are off in the final session of the 2014 Odac Swimming Championships here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And off to a quick lead in lane number 4 is Elizabeth Holmes. We will do 66 laps in this 1650. Holmes with the early lead in lane 7. It's Guadalupe right beside her, but we still have a long way to go in this 1650 freestyle. The meet record 1746.18, set back in 1999, as well as the Odac record, which is a 1735. B standard 1739.8. We have seen a number of B standards so far this weekend. Wouldn't be surprised to see one right now. Holmes, first year, still leading the way. She's in first. Going back to second is Guadalupe, and back to Gay, Platt, Smith, McConnell, Guard, and Duffy. But right now, it's Elizabeth Holmes, the first year from right down the road in Raleigh, North Carolina. She swam 4 years at Needham Broughton High School in North Carolina, was a team captain the last 2 years. Named a Swimming Scholastic All-American back in 2012. 5'8" first year from Raleigh, North Carolina, leading the way. Out of lane 7, Taylor Guadalupe, sophomore from Emory and Henry. She's from North Carolina as well, from down in Charlotte, North Carolina, with the Myers Park High School, a sophomore. Runner-up in the 200-yard IM last year. She also garnered the Swimmer of the Week honor last year as well. Back in third is Sydney Gay. Gay from WNL as well. Sydney Gay is a junior from Henrico, Virginia, 5'8". She was third team all-conference last year as a sophomore. Right now she's in third, so your rundown: Holmes first, Guadalupe in second, third is Gay, and then back to Smith in fourth, Platt fifth, sixth to McConnell, seventh to Guard, and Duffy is currently in eighth right now. While we have a moment here, we're going to bring on the commissioner of the Odac, Brad Bankston. Thank you for joining us here on this broadcast of the 1650.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a long one. I know if I was out there, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to probably make it more than one time up and one time back. So it's been 3 great days of swimming in Greensboro, and we look forward to a great night tonight.
And so what are your thoughts on the way that this meet has gone on for the last 3 days? From where I've sat, from my vantage point, it has been a great weekend. We've seen a lot of records broken, a lot of B standards hit. What about from the commissioner's point of view?
Well, I would say that, we look for parity in the league, certainly competitiveness in the league, and over the last 5 years, I think swimming in the Odac has grown tremendously, not only on the women's side, but obviously the evidence of men's programs growing in the league as well, with Greensboro and Hampton-Sydney swimming each other in a dual matchup during the course of this women's meet. So it's been great. I think part of that is obviously the emphasis that the institutions are placing on their programs and the coaches and the hard work that they're putting in. And another part of that is the dedication that the administrators have put into making this a championship environment. And the Greensboro Aquatic Center is one of the finest places for swimming in the country, and we're extremely proud to be able to conduct our championship here.
Holmes still leading, Guadalupe in second, back to Gay in third, Smith fourth, and then Platt back in fifth. You talked about putting on this event. What does it take to put on such a big event with so many teams coming from out of town in Greensboro?
Well, fortunately, you know, I have two great people in the office, and J.J. Nekoloff and Molly Robertson, who pull the bulk load of some of the planning that goes along into this. But it's a, you know, it's a visit down here. We're familiar with the facility. We've developed some relationships with some properties to be able to have the institutions and the teams stay there. And working with the Greensboro staff all the way down to the volunteers. I mean, this weekend's volunteers are training for the ACC championships that they'll have upcoming here. They'll have the Women's National Division I championship here in 15, and we're going to co-host with the GAC for the Division III Men's and Women's Championship in 2016. So we've developed this more than just simply being a leaseor of the or a leasee of the facility to a partnership. Hopefully we can extend for a number of years going forward.
And you talked about hosting the NCAAs here. They just came out with a lot of host sites just a couple of weeks ago at NCAAs, and the Odac showed up in a lot of those. What are some of the big hosting events that the Odac's going to have for NCAAs coming up in the future?
Well, we're fortunate again. I like to give the praise to the people who deserve it, and one of them would be Greensboro for this facility and the bid they put forward. We're just happy to join in, and then the other championships that we've been fortunate to host with the City of Salem for so many years, dating back to 1993 with the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, and that being extended for 4 years, and the men's basketball championship that will be here in a little bit over a month and a half from now in Salem. You know, softball and all the others that have kind of gone along with that are really a product of the municipalities that have embraced them, and we've been fortunate, even from a national perspective, for people to look at us and believe that all that work's being done by the conference office, and that's there's very little truth in that. The cities do a wonderful job, and we're extremely happy to partner with them.
Looking at the leaderboard right now, it's Holmes still leading Guadalupe behind her, then back to Sydney Gay, Smith, and Platt is your rundown. Talk about the overall state, not just in swimming. What is the overall state of the Odac right now?
Well, I would say that it's solid. We were fortunate to add a 14th member, which was our 14th full-time member in Shenandoah University. 2 years ago, they competed last year fully across the board, and from a membership perspective, I feel like we're in a very good spot. And I mentioned earlier about competitiveness and parity. I think if you ask individual coaches or institutions, they certainly would like to see certain sports lopsided to their favor, I'm sure. But in reality, I don't think there's a more competitive conference in the country at the Division III level than our league. And that goes for men's and women's sports. And top to bottom, you pick a sport, sometimes it's very difficult to identify who's going to win that championship or even have an idea who may win that championship. To me, that's health, and that's a vibrant league, and with the facilities and the other pieces of the puzzle that our institutions are doing with full-time coaches in positions where there weren't full-time coaches in the past, I would say it's the future of the Odac strong, I would like to think.
Right now we're about to the midway point of the 1650. Still Holmes leading, Guadalupe, and then back to Sydney Gay. You're talking about the future of the Odac. We're actually kind of creating a future right now with Odac TV. What does the future of the Odac look like right now in broadcasting and all the other areas as well?
Well, I think we've made a lot of strides over the last 5 years, really, with JJ's work in our office and just really phasing in or seeing the institutions phase in the amount of coverage that we're getting for our regular season events. And naturally for us, Odac TV was something that we had dreamed of, something that we really wanted to be able to put together, and we were very fortunate that Chad Cecil came forward from Rising Up Sports and brought a proposal to us that I would hope that anybody who's out there listening and watching right now would agree is second to none from a broadcast perspective. And of course, your excellent calling over the 3 days associated with Chad's hands-on work with us here today and over Friday and Saturday really proves the product that we're going to attempt to put out there on a regular basis. We'll continue what we've done and made a tradition, which was broadcasting our basketball championships. We'll do all 14 games at the Salem Civic Center beginning on February the 27th. It will be available on Odac.tv. And I think a component that we've never been able to offer as a part of that is is the archive versions that will be on Odac.tv, as well as the opportunity for those that are watching or those that are here or those that haven't had a chance to see it to actually purchase the championship and be able to keep a keepsake that will be hopefully provide lasting memories for years to come.
I know from earlier I had a couple parents come up to me asking me where they can find it, and so I always point it back to Odac.tv to find everything that they need for these broadcasts. Holmes still leading, Guadalupe and Gay still second and third, as we are joined by the Odac Commissioner, Brad Bankston. Thank you again for joining us. And again, thank you for putting on such a great event and for making this broadcast available. I know I'm going to speak personally at this point. I've enjoyed every single minute I've been here in Greensboro. They put on a great show. This is a beautiful facility. Everyone here has been so hospitable, the whole city as well. So personally, I thank you for this opportunity.
Well, I thank you for taking the time out of your schedule and certainly providing your expertise to what we're doing. And this has been a learning experience for us, frankly. You know, we took a championship that was an Atlantic States championship for 20 years, and basically that dissolved, and we were ready on our own to kind of create the Odac championship environment, and we've been able to do that, and we wouldn't have been able to do that without people like yourself and others that have dedicated time to do that, as well as the opportunity that we've had to be here in Greensboro to build that foundation. So I think swimming this championship more than any other is filled with exuberance, you know, positive thoughts, and the sportsmanship that all the competitors show to each other, which at times is refreshing to see, because a lot of the times I think when we watch sports on television or we have the opportunity to see some of the other levels, a lot of times that's not what the media chooses to focus on. But this is really what's right about athletics, and to hear the comments that are made by those here working about the positive environment that we've provided it certainly makes me smile.
And before you go, I just want to bring up Bonnie Kessler. They had a recognition for her 37 years at Sweetbriar. Just talk about what she's meant to this conference in swimming.
Well, she's meant a tremendous amount from swimming. I think she's meant a tremendous amount across the board. I mean, Bonnie's been here since the conference was founded, and she's been a part of Sweetbriar's environment. Of course, the women were not a part of the conference until 1981-82. And Bonnie was a mainstay and has been a mainstay in providing a spotlight on women's athletics, and the work that she's done at Sweetbriar with the swimming program there, and you know, kind of phasing herself out of the head coaching role, and then staying around and spending time with the students. It was a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to congratulate her on what's been a miraculous career, and I wish her only the best. I know she won't be far. And I imagine that we're going to have a chance to see her for a number of years to come here at the swimming championships as well.
Hope so. Well, thank you for spending some time with us. That is the Commissioner of the Odac, Brad Bankston, on Odac TV. As we head back to the 1650 final. Holmes still leading. Sydney Gay is now taking over the second position. Guadalupe is back to third. Molly Smith is fourth, Liz Platt fifth. And it's back to Duffy, Guard, and McConnell in this championship. 66 laps. Makes me tired just saying it. At 66 laps, we are 3/4 of the way done in this championship. The winner will be the 2014 champion in the mile. Right now, it's Elizabeth Holmes. Holmes, a first year from W&L. She has had a great weekend, as has W&L. They came into today with a big lead. They won this event last year. They've actually won it for 6 straight years. 23 total championships for the Generals. They're looking to add to that, and they come into day number 3 with a fairly good-sized lead. Emory and Henry has been one of those breakout stories. They're doing an excellent job. The whole team are freshmen and sophomores. They finished 4th last year, winning some events for the first time this year. They're sitting at 2nd, and they are having a great final. A great job the staff is doing over there at Emory and Henry. head coach Dave Gafford did a great job building that program up again. Right now, Emory and Henry's Taylor Guadalupe is back in third as Elizabeth Holmes is still moving like a machine. 33.33 on that last lap. Sydney Gay back in second. Guadalupe in third. Fourth to Smith, fifth is Platt, sixth is McConnell, seventh is Guard, and Duffy is currently eighth as we have about 10 laps to go. All the teams are lined up beside the pool cheering on their swimmers. Washington and Lee has 3 right now. And of those 3, 2 of them sitting in the top 2 positions. And Elizabeth Holmes and Sydney Gay. Guadalupe from Emory and Henry is back in third. And there's a great shot of the turn from the underwater camera. Holmes, a 32.56 on that last lap. She is picking up the pace. Holmes, and then Sydney Gay back in second, Guadalupe in third. And we're doing 66 lengths of the pool. And Elizabeth Holmes is on cruise control right now. Holmes still leading. Sydney Gay right behind her. Guadalupe back in third. Smith is fourth. Platt fifth. Then back to McConnell, Guard, and Duffy of Notre Dame. Jordan McConnell, a junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia, to Indian River High School. Molly Smith, a first year out of Dobbs Ferry, New York. Swimming for Sweetbriar. So we've hit the 60s. Erin Gard, a sophomore of Salem, Massachusetts, was the newcomer of the year for Greensboro last year. There's the bell, final lap for Elizabeth Holmes. She's now sprinting to the finish. Holmes with a huge lead. She will win this one going away. Final lap. She turns for home. Holmes will win the 1650 freestyle. And what a performance there by the first year Elizabeth Holmes. 1750.36. That was close to a meet record, about 4 seconds off from a meet record. Now finishing up in second is Sydney Gay with an 1812.65. Back to third is Taylor Guadalupe. Guadalupe out in lane number 7. She'll finish with an 1824.65. And then Molly Smith finishing fourth. Fifth to Liz Platt. Coming in sixth is McConnell for Randolph-Macon. 1853.55. Now on her last lap is Erin Gard finishing up. Jessie Duffy for Notre Dame also finishing. Gard comes in a final of 1928.49. And Duffy will finish 8th for Notre Dame with a 1934.55. So congratulations to Elizabeth Holmes, who wins the 1650 championship final in the 100-yard freestyle. The record, 52.65. Marissa Martinez from Greensboro, freshman in lane 1. Natalie Brensel, Washington and Lee, first year in lane 2. Lane 3, Jessica Richardson, a freshman for Emory and Henry. Carrie Crowther, senior from Bridgewater College in lane 4. Finished 5th in this event last year. Lane 5, Meredith Hardy from Washington and Lee. Lane 6, Emily Plowman, who won the 50-yard free. Lane 7, Peyton Shiree, sophomore from Emory and Henry. And Sierra Collins, a freshman from Randolph-Macon, on the far side of the pool. Shiree won this event last year. Hardy finished 4th, Crowther 5th. And away they go. First one out of the water was Carrie Crowther in the middle of the pool. To her inside, Jessica Richardson in the yellow cap as they make the first turn. Crowther with the lead. Hardy to her outside. Then you go to Plowman. And Shiree also there as well, very close as they are going to hit the wall for the first time. Hardy with the lead, Crowther right behind her. Back to Martinez, then Richardson, Plowman, Shiree, Brensel, and Collins all piled up together. On the way back for the final. It's very close. Plowman, Hardy trying to win this one. She's got a half a length advantage. Crowther to her inside, making a run is Richardson. As they hit the wall, it is Hardy with the win. Richardson finishing 2nd. 3rd going to Shiree with a late kick. Crowther will fall to 4th. Martinez 5th. 6th to Brensel. 7th to Plowman. And 8th to Collins. And how about that last 25 yards? As they just shuffled around in the last 25. And Meredith Hardy, the senior, finished 4th last year. She finishes in a 52.95. Now here comes the A final of the 200-yard breaststroke. Go over lane assignments. Lane number 1 from Randolph-Macon, a senior, Anna Obermiller. And lane 2 from Notre Dame, a sophomore, Emily Jordan. Lane 3 is Emma Swab, sophomore from W&L. Lane 4, the top qualifier, who also has a B cut and an Odac record, missed the meet record by 1/100 of a second. Freshman Michaela Nolte. Jillian Lee, first year for Washington Lee in lane 5. Lane 6 is Mary Gabe, a junior from Washington Lee. Emily Townsend, sophomore from Bridgewater in lane 7. And Abby Brisky, a first year from Sweetbriar, out in lane number 8 in the pink cap. Nolte in lane 4 had the fastest time by a long time. And away they go. Nolte, first one out right in the middle of the pool in lane number 4. Emma Swab to her inside is in 2nd off that first turn. It's Nolte still leading the way. Swab right behind her, back to Jillian Lee. But right now it is Nolte with a length advantage. Lee and Swab right behind her. Then you go back to Mary Gabe from W&L. Off of that turn, Nolte with the lead. Swab behind her. Gabe in 3rd. Lee is in 4th. 5th is Obermiller, 6th is Townsend, 7th. Emily Jordan and Brisky is in lane number 8 right now in 8th. But it is Michaela Nolte showing why she was the top overall time as she is rolling right now. Nolte has a length and a half advantage over Schwab and Lee, who are trying to make up some room. Schwab's got the best chance right on the inside. Nolte turns and fires. Still leading. 36.66 on that last 50 yards. Nolte with the lead. Schwab second, Lee third, Gabe is 4th, Obermiller 5th. And back to Townsend, Jordan, and Brisky. Michaela Nolte got the B cut in her prelims. Nolte with a huge lead. She's up by about 3 lengths. Nolte still leading, starting to pull away even more from the field. Schwab right behind her and Lee, both neck and neck for second right now. Gabe and Townsend, Obermiller, Jordan, and Brisky. But they're going to have a lot of work to do to catch Michaela Nolte, who is about 1.5 miles in front of everybody, as she is running away with this race. She is going to win by as much as she wants to at this point. Michaela Nolte, the freshman from Emory and Henry, 222.81, which is a new meet and a new Odac record. Michaela Nolte has put herself in an even better position with a even better time in her B cut. Nolte finishing first, Lee right behind her, and Schwab a close third. And back to Gabe in 4th, Townsend finishing 5th, Obermiller 6th, Jordan 7th, and Brisky rounding out the field in the 200-yard breaststroke. Michaela Nolte was the clear favorite going into that race, and she showed everyone why. Coming out. Always play the music for the A final as the swimmers come out, do lane assignments. Lane number 1, a sophomore from Emory and Henry, Nicole Powell. Lane 2, Jordan McConnell, junior from Randolph-Macon. Lane 3, a senior from W&L, Lauren Kasoff. Allison Fowler, the freshman from Emory and Henry, who has the meet record as well as a B cut, is in lane 4. Haley Raidman in lane number 5, a first year from Washington and Lee. Lane 6, Meredith Murphy, sophomore from Washington and Lee. Marissa Martinez in lane number 7. And Kristen Trexel from Randolph-Macon in lane number 8. Getting ready for a start. Fowler hit the B cut. She's got the meet record. And she is in the water with the rest of the final. Coming out very quickly in lane number 4 is Fowler. Fowler leading off the first turn. Raidman right behind her. Also there is Kasoff in lane 3. And Meredith Murphy in lane number 6. But right now it's Allison Fowler with the lead. Fowler 28.17. Murphy in second. Raidman in third. Fourth back to Kasoff. Then Martinez, Powell, Trexler, and McConnell. Fowler still the one to beat. She's had a target on her back since she had the record-breaking performance in the prelims. She's got a lot of pressure coming from her outside in Raidman. Kasoff trying to as well. And then out to Meredith Murphy. All four of those still have a chance to win this one. But it is Fowler who has a 3/4 length advantage. Right behind her is Raidman, then Murphy and Kasoff. Those four going at it in lane number 1. Powell is back in 6th. Martinez is 5th. Then Trexler and McConnell. Fowler still the one to beat, as she is now a length in front of 3 W&L swimmers. Fowler with the lead. 2 seconds back to Kasoff and Raidman. Murphy behind her. Fowler still leading the way. Now she's getting a run from her inside from Lauren Kasoff, the senior from Washington and Lee. Fowler trying to hold on as Kasoff has a head of steam. They're turning for home. It's Fowler leading the way. Kasoff's got some work to do if she wants to catch up. I don't know if she has enough time. Only 10 yards to go. It is Fowler with the lead. Fowler's going to hold on to this one. Kasoff is going to finish 2nd. 3rd goes to Haley Raidman. 4th to Meredith Murphy. That time, 2 minutes, 7 seconds, .81, which puts her a 2nd under the B cut and will make a brand new meet record. Congratulations to Allison Fowler, freshman from Emory and Henry. This is the A final of the 400 free relay. Hollins in lane number 1. We'll go over the lane assignments in one moment as soon as the swimmers get ready. 3:33.95 is the meet record that was set by Washington and Lee back in 2012. In lane number 1 is Hollins. Lane 2 is Bridgewater. Lane number 3, Sweetbriar. Lane number 4, Washington and Lee. Lane number 5, Emory and Henry. Lane 6, Sweetbriar. Lane 7, Greensboro. And in lane 8 is Notre Dame of Maryland University, the final heat of the 2014 Odac Swimming Championships. Nobody sitting down here in the Greensboro Aquatic Center. All the teams are lining the pool, waiting for a start. And in the water in the last event of the 2014 Odac Championship, it's Emory and Henry coming out first. Randolph-Macon in lane number 3, and then Washington and Lee in number 4. Randolph-Macon, Sierra Collins, the first one. But right now it's Washington and Lee who's leading. To their outside is Emory and Henry. Sweetbriar is a close 3rd. 4th is Greensboro. Randolph-Macon 5th. Bridgewater 6th, 7th. Notre Dame and 8th is Hollins. But it is Washington and Lee trying to cap off this last victory. They lead in the overall standings, trying to get one more 40-point win. Half a length advantage as they head into the wall. Washington and Lee is first. Emory and Henry 2nd. 3rd to Randolph-Macon. 4th to Sweetbriar. 5th Greensboro. Bridgewater is in 6th. 7th to Notre Dame. And 8th is Hollins. A half a length advantage has become a good duel. This sums up the entire weekend with Washington and Lee first, Emory and Henry just right behind them. They are 1-2 and they have pulled away from the rest of the pack. Randolph-Macon back in 3rd, then Sweetbriar, Greensboro, Bridgewater. Back to Notre Dame and Hollins. Emory and Henry trying to make a strong run though. Right to the outside of Washington and Lee. Generals trying to hold on over the Wasps. Washington at least still first, but by only 0.14 of a second. A strong start there for the Generals. Emory and Henry right behind them. They are 1-2 right now. The Generals first, the Wasps second. Everyone else is a long way back. Washington lead first. Half a length advantage over Emory and Henry. Back to third is Randolph-Macon. Fourth is Greensboro. Fifth, Sweetbriar. Sixth is Bridgewater. Seventh, Notre Dame, and Hollins is currently in eighth. It's a very tight race here in the front. Washington and Lee still with the advantage as the last leg's about to head into the water over Emory and Henry. Generals go in the water first. The last leg on the way. These will be the last swimmers in the 2014 Odac Championship. Emory and Henry and Washington and Lee stride for stride. The Wasps have taken the lead over Washington and Lee. Now pushing out to almost a length lead. They trailed by a length when they first started this leg. Emory and Henry is up by almost a second over Washington and Lee. It is very close as they're coming down to a finish. Emory and Henry still with the lead. Washington and Lee is going to need a strong late kick to be able to catch them, but I don't think they've got it in them, as Emory and Henry making a statement here in the last race, pulling away by a length and a half victory. And Emory and Henry showing that they are now a competitor, a strong competitor in the Odac Championships. A team full of freshmen and sophomore have had a wonderful weekend. Emory and Henry finishing first, Washington and Lee second, Randolph-Macon third, fourth to Greensboro, Sweetbriar fifth, sixth going to Bridgewater. Notre Dame right now is in seventh. Eighth is Hollins as they come to the finish line. 331.94 for Emory and Henry, and that is a brand new meet record as well as Odac record. So congratulations to the. And I'm here with Megan Monahan of Sweetbriar College, just a first year, and you just won the 200-yard backstroke. Sorry, I had to look down at it. Congratulations. Talk us through that race.
It was really unexpected. My coach told me to go for it, so I did.
And when you got to the end first and you looked up and saw you win it, what was the first thing that went through your head?
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
And what does that mean for your team to get this win for Sweetbriar? What does it mean for your team, and how do your teammates congratulate you?
I don't know, it just means we're all closer, I guess. Makes me really excited.
Well, congratulations too, because you also got the meet record as well as a B cut, so pretty exciting stuff for you.
Yeah, it's just super unexpected.
Well, congratulations on your victory. Congratulations on the record as well as the B cut. I know you'll be waiting for that one to come out to see if you make nationals, so congratulations again. Megan Monahan from Sweetbriar College, and I am standing by with the swimmer of the year in the Odac, Allison Fowler from Emory and Henry, just a freshman. Congratulations on the honor. What does it feel to be the swimmer of the year?
Quite good.
Just good. Anything else that kind of comes to your mind?
Just happy, I guess.
So I'm going to try to go through. You set a record in the 200 fly, also got the B cut there. Record in the 400 IM B cut and record as well. You were part of that 400 free relay that won the last race. Second in the 200 IM and second in the 800 free relay. You had a busy weekend. Can you just kind of sum up what this weekend was like for you and for your team?
It was just really fun and exciting. We all came together as a team really well.
And you guys are one of the teams, you're one of the younger teams that there is in this conference, all freshmen and sophomore right now, but you guys finished second to Washington and Lee, who's had a great run for the last few years. What does this mean for your team to placed second in this tournament.
It's really exciting just because like we are only 2 years old, so hopefully keep getting better.
So what does the next couple of weeks look like for you when you're waiting to see if you make those cuts?
I'm gonna eat some junk food. I'm waiting for that.
Well, congratulations on Swimmer of the Year award, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you.
And that is Allison Fowler, a freshman from Emory-Henry who wins Swimmer of the Year. And I'm standing by now with Jason Gallagher, who was the Coach of the Year in the Odac. What does this honor mean to you?
Well, actually, this really it really goes out to the girls. I mean, they did an outstanding job, everything that we asked them to do, and they made me look good. I wish it could be an honor that I could honestly take credit for, but they deserve all the credit. I get a tremendous amount of help from Bonnie Kessner, who's retiring, got honored this evening as well, and which was great that the conference honored her. But I really owe the honor to my team. They just did such a great job all year, and especially this weekend.
And what was this weekend like for you and your team? You're prepping for everything, and then everything comes down to 3 days. What is that journey like from Friday all the way to here on Sunday night?
Oh yeah, well, a little nerve-wracking for the coaches. They came in this year really confident. It's the most confident group I've had in a while, and I think they knew that they were prepared to swim well. I was probably more nervous than they were throughout the whole weekend. They got stronger as the weekend went on. We had probably our best swims of the weekend today. Not that we didn't have great swims other nights as well, but probably tonight was our best, which kind of culminated in Megan Monahan being a conference champion for us for the first time for a while. We've had a conference champion, which also was an NCAA B cut for her as well. So as far as the journey was concerned, I don't think I got any less nervous through the weekend, but they certainly eased it for me, throughout.
And Bonnie Kessler, again, after 37 years, is leaving. What is that going to mean to the team that now she'll be kind of stepping away from it?
Sure, she'll certainly be missed for several reasons. I mean, she's just a special person. There's probably no one on this earth professionally that I respect more than Bonnie. The girls love her. She has been such an asset to the college as well. And she'll be truly missed in so many different ways. But, hopefully we'll see her around, and, we'll see.
Well, congratulations on the 4th place finish, and congratulations on Odac Coach of the Year.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We look forward to seeing you next year. This is Jason Gallagher, who was the Coach of the Year from Sweetbriar College here at the Odac 2014 Swimming Championship.